Hello everyone. Today we'll be going through Cambridge O-Level Additional Mathematics Paper 2 4037 21 May June 2021. Let us move to the question number 1. Question number 1 says write the expression, this one in form this, so which is a completing square question. So we know the completing square technique. We will be writing this x and then copy this sign which is minus, so we'll write minus, and then 6 will be divided by 2 and we will write square of this one, and this sign will be always minus, and whatever we have written here we will take square of that one, which is 6 by 2 square, and plus this tail portion we will write over here. This is the technique which we are always using, this very easiest technique for completing square. Now we can simplify this one, x minus 3 squared, and this will be equal to minus 3 squared plus 1, and this will be equal to x minus 3 squared minus 9 plus 1, so it will be equal to minus 8, and this will be in this format. A value is minus 3 whereas B value is minus 8, and these are the values. This was 2-mark question which we are done with. Now B part says hence write on the coordinates of the minimum point in the curve, this, and this is 1-mark question. For the minimum point, we know we will be using the same equation which we have written in the completing square format, which is x minus 3 squared minus 8, and we will be taking we will be writing minimum value of y, and minimum value of y is this one. We will write minimum value of y will be equal to minus 8 when x is equal to 3, when x will be equal to 3, and the point will be what? This will be 3 and minus 8, we can write like this. So this is 1-mark part which we are done with. Now question number 2, variables x and y are such that when log y is plotted against log x, a straight line graph passes through the point. These 2 points are given in is obtained. Show that y is equal to e raised by p x raised by q, where p and q are integers. This is a 4-mark question, and we will be utilizing these 2 points which are provided. So 6 and 5 and 8 and 9, to find the gradient, m will be the gradient. M is equal to y2 minus y1, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, and this will be equal to 3 by 2, not 3 by 2, 4 by 2, 4 by 2, which we can be cancelled to reach to the gradient value as 2. Now we have this point, we can use this point 8 and 9, 8 and 9, and the gradient we can write as 2. So this gradient we can utilize. So y is equal to mx plus c, and y value is 9. We'll be finding c value, and c value will be what? 2m value, and x will be 8, and x8 plus c, so c will be equal to 9 minus 16, which is equal to minus 7. So this will be the value, which is minus 7. Okay, so by using this value of c, we can write on the equation. We know that log x is plotted against log y, so log y and log x are plotted. So in term of like y is equal to mx plus c, if we write y is equal to mx plus c, so y value will be log y, because it, instead of x and y, it is plotted log y and log x. So it will be log y is equal to m log x plus c, and in this equation we can write down the values, and it will be log of y is equal to log of y will be equal to gradient is 2, so 2 log x, and value of c is -7, so we can write -7. Now this will be our equation, and we can use this equation like over here we can take power on both sides, e power, so it will be e raised to the power log y is equal to e raised to the power 2 log of x minus 7. Now y value we can be, why we have taken this e on both sides to get rid of this log, so this will be cancelled and we will get y is equal to e, and 2 we can write as power, so log of x squared and -7, and this will be equal to what we can write separately, e raised to the power -7 and e raised to the power log x, log x raised to the power 2, or log x squared, or now this and this will be also cancelled and this will be equal to e raised to a -7 x squared. Now next, this is basically our answer, which we can write y is equal to e raised to -7 x squared. This will be final y value which we have done. Now question number 3. Question 3 says solve the inequality this. So what we can do, we can take square on both sides. So 4x minus 1 squared will be greater than 9 squared, and this will be the positive value. So now we can open this one square, so it will be a square, which is 16x squared, plus 1 squared will be 1, and minus 2ab, so 2 into 4 will be 8, 8 into 1 will be 8, so 8x minus 8x is greater than 9, 9s are 81, and we can shift 81 also to this side, so 16x squared minus 8x, and this will be minus 81 plus 1, so minus 80 is greater than 0. Now we can divide everything by 8, and our quadratic equation will become 2x squared minus x minus 10 is greater than 0. Now this is our quadratic equation, and we can factorize this quadratic equation. For factorization, mode 5 3, and coefficient of x square is 2, coefficient of x is -1, and constant value is -10, and this will be equal to 5 by 2 and -2. So we can write x plus 2 and 2x minus 5 by using the points which we got from the calculator, and we can write this implies x, and this is greater than 0. This implies what we can write basically equal to 0, and then we will be checking for this x values. X plus x is equal to -2, and x is equal to 5 by 2. Now to check for the in sign, we can roughly sketch the graph like over here. This is quadratic graph, so this one will be the quadratic, this will be the coordinate axis, and now we can take the values -2, so -1 -2, so this one and this side will be 5 by 2 will be 2.5, so 1 2 and 2.5 we can take over here, so it's passing through 2.5, and in between that one will be the middle point, so we can, the curve is passing through this one and this one, which is symmetric curve. Quadratic graph opening upward, we can see the coefficient of x square is positive, so it shows that it's opening upward. Now y value should be greater than 0, and y value greater than 0 is for this section, y value is greater than 0 for these two shaded sections. So we can write answer as x is greater than 2.5 or 5 by 2, and the second value will be x is less than minus 2. So these will be the two solutions for x. This was a 3-mark question which we have done. Now for b part they are saying solve the equation this. So we have to solve this equation, which we can solve as we can see over here. This is 2x minus 11 under root x plus 12 is equal to 0, and this one we can write like this one, minus 11 under root x plus 12 is equal to 0. Now under root x we can put basically under root x is equal to like y, and after putting this one we will get to y squared minus 11y plus 12 is equal to 0. This will be the quadratic equation in terms of y, and now we can factorize, and factorization we will be doing by the help of calculator. So coefficient of y square will be 2, then coefficient of y is minus 11, and constant value is 12, and this will be giving us 4 and 3 by 2. So we can write y minus 4 and 3y 3y no 2y minus 3, 2y minus 3 is equal to 0. This implies y is equal to 4 and y is equal to 3 by 2. 3 by 2. So y, this one we will replace the value of y, which will be under root x is equal to 4, and this will be under root x is equal to 3 by 2 or 1.5, and x value will be what? X value will be taking square on both sides. X value will be 16 and this x value will be 9 by 4. These will be the two values which we were supposed to find. So we can write this as answer. Negative values basically we are ignoring. So here question number 4 says the graph of y is equal to a plus 2 tan bx, where a and b are the constants, passes through the point 0 and minus 4 and has period 480 degrees. Find the value of a and b. So 3-mark question, we need to find the value of a and b. So our equation is this one, and period. Okay, so what we can do, we can write on this equation, and y is equal to a plus 2 tan bx. So y value, if we replace this point in this equation, so y is minus 4, so minus 4 is equal to a value plus 2 tan of this will be b into 0, so tan 0 will be 0, so a will be equal to minus 4. This one how we got by replacing the point 0 and minus 4. We have used this point, and we have used this point in this equation, and we got a is equal to minus 4. Now this a value we will be utilizing. We know um, period will be equal to what? 180 divided by b will be the period, and we know that the period is 480, so we can write 480 is equal to 180 over b, and this implies b is equal to 180 divided by 480, and this will be equal to what? 180. So fraction 180 divided by 480 is equal to no, we have to write it properly. So 480, and this is equal to 3 by 8. So B value is 3 by 8. Now we can write B is equal to 3 by 8. We were supposed to find the values of A and B, which we found. Now B part is a little tricky. They're saying on the axis sketch the graph of Y for values of X between 0 to 480. This is 2-mark question, but a little understanding is required for this one, and we can understand this like by drawing this. So this axis is provided, which is from 0 to 480. So we know that 90-degree, like for example, if we draw the normal graph, what it will look like. So we know that it will be having asymptotes. So it will be like 90-degree will be over here. So we can have asymptote. I'm just drawing first the normal graph. It will be having asymptotes at 90, and curve will be bending like this one, and it will be passing through 0. Now after this, next after again 90, it will be having x-intercept at 180. So we can draw 180 also over here. This will be 90, and this will be 180, and next asymptote will be at 270. So we can draw over here, and our normal tangent curve will be, normal tangent mean like the tangent x, tan x graph will be looking like this one over here, and this one also will be asymptote. So both sides will not be touching these asymptotes. So this is like 270 over here, and up to 480 it will be repeating like this. Onward it will be repeating. Next I have drawn this one only for your explanation. Now, but in this case we have this equation, which is y is equal to, I can write over here, which is y is equal to a plus 2 tan bx, and this will be, if we will write a and b values, y will be equal to, a value is -4, so -4 plus 2 tan of b, which is 3 by 8, x. So this will be our equation. And what does this equation shows us, tells us? It tells us number one thing, 3 by 8, this one, this is horizontal stretch. So this is horizontal stretch, and how this will be stretching, if I will calculate, like for example 3 over 80, and okay, so we will calculate this later, but horizontal stretch is we will be dividing x value by 3 by 8, and y value coordinate will remain as it is. This is how we are showing the horizontal stretch. Now if we show what this 2 represents, so 2 represents what? 2 represents vertical stretch. This will be vertical stretch by 2 units. So vertical stretch by 2 units. So in this one we are doing this one, we will multiply this one, like for example 2y, like this. And the last one, this transformation will be giving us vertical translation, vertical translation. I'm going through in detail so that you can understand. It's only 2 mark question and I'm not focusing on the marks. I'm just explaining the question so that you can go through these type of questions easily in other past paper questions also. So translation, this will be down by, because this is minus, so down by 4 units, down 4 units like this one. So these will be the 3 transformation which we will have to apply on this original tan graph. This is what? This is tan theta, right? So this is tan theta curve. We'll have to apply these 3 transformations on this one. So how this graph will look like? It will be this 90-degree will be moving to, basically it will move to 240. 240, how it will be moving to 240? We can multiply this like 93 by a. We can multiply like 90 is asymptote over here, so 90 multiplied by 8 by 3 will be equal to, this will be 3 3s are 9, so 30, and this will be 240. So this asymptote will move to 240, and that one, our new drawing will be changing. So before drawing this one, I'll use the software for explanation of this one, and you should also go to the net, and there are so many softwares available, very nice softwares available, so you can use that one. So I will explain this transformation over there. Okay, so this is basically this is the coordinate axis which I have taken, and x-axis or degrees. And if we draw the normal tangent graph, the routine like tan theta, this will be the graph of tan theta, and you can see this is passing through the origin, and asymptote is over here 90, and next is what? This is like I've shown this 240 line, which we can just now we can remove, and this 480 line I have shown. This is 480 line because our given x coordinate is indicating 480. That's why I've just given this line. So from 0 to 480 will be this. This is normal graph having 90-degree. Now if we draw the change, the transformed graph, that will be over here. So this is the normal one, green one, and it will be transforming like from here to this one. So if you check this curve, it is having asymptote over here. This line is asymptote. We can check on the top also. This line will never touch this. So this 240 line will never be touched from upper side, and similarly lower side also 240 line will not be touched by this line. And this will be like 90 will be shifting to 240, as I have explained you earlier also. And up to 480, this is up to 480. So our curve will be, one will be this one, and you can see this from 0 it is moving. Originally it was 0 over here, so this graph is moved up to this one. So from 0 to -4, so y value is moved, so translated like downward by 4 units. And so this is the required graph which will be passing through 4. Asymptote will be at 240, and this will be 480. Up to 480 we'll draw this line, and this side we will basically draw this one on the graph which we have plotted. So we'll go to the question again. Over here you can see like this one. This is the graph which I have uh, taken for you, and for explanation, if I'll show you this graph, that will be the all three types of transformation I wanted to show over here. And you can see this 90 is shifting to this side, which is up to 240. So our asymptote has moved to the right from 90 to 240, and this is moving 4 units down. And from 0, the curve which was originally over here is moved, this point is moved to this new location. So this is minus 4 units down. And plus third transformation is this one, 2 units, it will be stretching along y-axis, so stretching along y-axis by 2 units. So these three transformations we will be applying, and our graph is up to 480. So we'll be drawing this one up to this. So if we draw the same curve, so our asymptote will be at 240 and it will be passing through minus 4. So our graph will be we can show 240 over here. So I'm erasing this one, and whatever I have explained you, I will keep that explanation, but I will just do one thing. I will reduce this a little so that we can get the space for this. So 240 is up to this one, so we can write 240 over here, and our graph will be uh, minus 4 will be down. So 240, keep in mind 240 is asymptote, so asymptote line also we can draw over here, which will be like this one. And this curve will not be touching this, and it will be coming down over here, and we can extend this line and show this one as minus 4. So minus 4 and 0, sorry, 0 and minus 4. So this point will be 0 and minus 4. And we can show what else, like it will be this will be like around 202, this will be 202. And what else, we can draw the second section we can draw over here is like, if we draw the second section, will be starting from here like 480. If this is like 480 line, so from here 4 units down will be at this location, and our curve will be bending like this one. So we can show over here. So one curve will be like this, we can show like this. So this is basically the final graph which we can provide for us for the exam. So this will be minus 4, and y value will be y is equal to, we can write y is equal to minus 4. And this is done. Now we can move to the question number 5. Question number 5 says the curve y is equal to x square and y square is equal to 27x intersect at 0 0, and at the point A find the equation of the perpendicular bisector of line OA. This is 8-mark question, so we can replace this value y is equal to x square in this equation, y is equal to 27x. So this implies what we can rewrite as x square whole square. We are replacing this value in this equation, so this will be equal to 27x. This implies x raised to the power 4 and minus 27x will be equal to 0. Now we can take x common, so inside will be x cube minus 27 is equal to 0, and this implies what? X is equal to 0 and x cube minus 27 is equal to 0, and this implies x is equal to 20, x cube is equal to 27 and x is equal to 3. So we'll get this value and this value. Now we have this equation y square is equal to 27x, this equation, and in this equation if we replace 0 we will get y is equal to 0. If we replace 3 then we will get y square is equal to 27 into 3, and this will be y square will be equal to 81 and y will be equal to 9 under root of 9. So this will be what? This will be, our point will be 3 and 9, and this will be the final answer. And not final answer, basically we, after this one, they are saying the curve y square is y is equal to x square and y square is equal to x intersect at 0 0 and at the point A. Now find the equation of the perpendicular bisector of line OA. So we can find the midpoint. To find midpoint, what we will be doing, midpoint of 0 0 and 3 9. So midpoint will be midpoint will be what? M we can take, and 0 will be 3 plus 0 by 2 and 9 plus 0 by 2, and this will be equal to, this implies M will be, and this implies M will be having coordinates 1.5 and this will be 4.5. So these will be the 2 points which we can these will be the 2 coordinates of the midpoint. Now we can have the gradient also of 0 0 and 4 3 and 9. We can find the gradient. So M of OA will be what? M of OA will be y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So this will be equal to 9 over 3, which is equal to 3. So gradient will be 3. Now the gradient of the perpendicular will be equal to reciprocal and change sign, so minus 1 over 3. This will be the gradient, and the point is midpoint, so gradient we will use this. So y, we can use equation of line in point slope form, and that equation will be what? Y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. So we can write y minus y1 means 4.5 is equal to m, which is minus 1 by 3, into x minus x1, which is 1.5, and we can further simplify this equation. This implies y is equal to minus 1 by 3x, and this will be plus 1 over 1 by 3 into, basically we can write 1.5 over 3, and this will be plus 4.5, and we'll shift 4.5 to other side. So y will be equal to minus 1 by 3x, and this calculation we can do with the calculator. So 1.5 over 3, and this will be equal to plus 4.5, this will be equal to 5, so plus 5, and this will be basically the final equation for this question. This was 8 mark, very nice question, so which we have done. Now next question number 6 is of 6 marks. It's saying variables x and y are such that this equation is provides equal to this one, where x is in radians. Use differentiation to find the approximate change in y as x increases from 1 to 1 plus h, where h is small. So dy over dx, this is the given equation which will be taking derivative of, so dy over dx will be equal to e raised for x by 2 will be having same derivative, and derivative of x by 2 will be 1 by 2, this one, and then u into v formula, x and cos 2x, so derivative of x will be 1, so cos 2x as it is, and plus x as it is, and derivative of cos 2x will be minus sine 2x into 2. So this will be the derivative, and after that we can simplify this. It will be 1 by 2 e raised to the power x by 2 plus cos of 2x, and minus this will be 2x sine 2x. Now we can find x increases from 1 to 1 plus h, so dy by dx when x is equal to 1, so when at x is equal to 1, so we will replace x is equal to 1, this will be 1 by 2 e raised to the power 1 by 2 plus this will be cos of 2 minus 2 into 1 sine of 2. So 2 into 1 we can just write 2, and this will be sine 2. Now we can find this, and this value will be what, this will be 1 by 2 1 over 2 and e raised to the power 1 by 2, and e will be this one, e raised to the power 1 over 2, and this will be plus cos of 2, and minus this will be 2 sine of 2 and bracket close, and answer will be, this is in degree mode, we'll have to change mode, so it will be radian, and this will be equal to minus 1.41 minus 1.41, and this will be up to 3 significant figures. This will be our answer for this question. This is a 6 marks question which we have done. Now we can move to question number 7. Question number 7 says find the exact values of constant k for which the line y is equal to 2x plus 1 is a tangent to the curve, this one. So we will use this equation, we will equate them basically, this one and this one. So 4x squared plus kx plus k minus 2 is equal to 2x plus 1. Exact value of constant k for which the line this is a tangent to the curve. So this line is tangent to this curve, so it means they have one point common. That's why we are equating these two equations. So now we can shift this 2x plus 1 also to other side, and we will get 4x squared plus kx plus k minus 2 minus 2x minus 1 is equal to 0. Now adding like terms, 4x square as it is, and plus kx and minus 2x and plus k and minus 2 minus 1 will be minus 3 is equal to 0. Now 4x square, from these two terms we can take x common, so it will be plus k minus 2 into x, and plus we can put this in bracket, k minus 3 is equal to 0. Now we can check for the discriminant, and b square minus 4ac will be tangent to the curve, so having one point common, so this will be equal to 0, and this will be b square, mean this is b value, so we can take k minus 2 square minus 4, a value will be 4 and c value will be k minus 3 is equal to 0. Now we can open this square and we will get a square, which is k square, plus 2 square will be 4, minus 2ab, so 4k, and minus this will be 16k, and minus plus, so it will be 48 is equal to 0. Now this will be 16k, we missed k over here. Now we can add the like terms, and this will be k squared and minus 4k minus 16k, minus this will be 20k, and 4 plus 48 will be plus 52 is equal to 0. And now we can apply the quadratic formula, or we can use basically, okay, I will use the quadratic formula, like k will be equal to minus b plus minus b square minus 4ac under root and over 2a. And if we replace the values, it will be minus into minus 20, and this will be plus minus b square. It means minus 20 squared minus 4a value is 1, and c value is 52, and under root extended, and this will be over 2a 2, and a value is 1. Now if we simplify this by the help of calculator, what we will get, this is fraction, minus minus plus, so only 20 I'm writing, and I will take plus sign first, and then we can consider the negative sign also. So under root of minus 20 squared, minus 20, it should be inside the brackets, and square minus 4 is one I'm not writing, into 52 we can put in brackets, and this will be over will be 2, and this will be equal to 10 plus 4 under root 3. So k value will be equal to 10 plus 4 under root 3, and if we change negative sign over here, this negative sign, and this will give us 4 minus 10 minus 4 under 3. So plus minus, we can add sign over here, so this will be basically the k value which we are supposed to find. And this was, I think so, 6-mark question. Yes, so it was 6-mark question which we are done with. Now question number 8. Question number 8 says, in this equation a b c d are positive constants. A part 1, it is given that y is equal to this. Explain why x must be greater than 1 by 2. Why it should be greater than 1 by 2. So yx should be greater than 1 by 2. So if it is like less than 1 by 2, so argument of both, argument is basically this one, this portion. So argument of both is greater than 0. So x plus 3 is greater than 0, and 2x minus 1 is also, both log are greater than 0. Argument of both log of this one and this one. So the reason which will, this is 1-mark question, only one statement is required. So we will write argument of both log greater than 0. So this will be the reason which we can write x plus 3 is greater than 0, and 2x minus 1 is greater than 0. Now second part, find the exact solution. Find the exact solution of the equation, and this is the equation provided, and this is equal to 2 and 3 marks question. We can what we can do, we can cross multiply. We can write this as 2 over 1 and cross multiply, so we'll get log with base a 6, log of 6 with base a is equal to 2 log of y plus 3, this is also with base a. Now this 2 we can write as par. So we will write this as log with base a of y plus 3 raised to the power 2, and now we can leave log from both sides, and this will be equal to y plus 3 squared is equal to 6, and we can take root on both sides, so y plus 3 will be equal to 6 under root, and this implies this will be y will be equal to minus 3 plus under root 6, and this will be our final answer for this one. This will be 3 marks question. Now for B part, with the expression this one in terms of C plus D log A 9, where C and D are integers, write the expression for this. So we have to write the expression for this. So if we write log under root B of 9a, this will be equal to what? Log of second, I'll change color. So log with base, I'm writing like this, log with base b and 9a. This one we want to switch the base, which is under root b. We want to change this base, and formula for changing base is what? Formula for changing base is log of b, log with base b of a will be equal to, we can take separate log of a over log of b, with base we can take base over here x and x. So this is basically the rule which we are using to change the base of log. And now in this case also we want to change the base of the log, so we can rewrite it as log of 9a over log of under root b, and base we can take like a, because these two are also having log base a, so we have taken over here log base a. Now we can basically write this log of a under root b will be equal to what? Log of, we are solving basically this log of a under root b, we can write log with base a b raised to the power 1 by 2, and this 1 by 2 we can write first, so 1 by 2 log a and b, and we have solved this denominator separately over here, and we got these two terms. Now similarly we can solve log with basically log a 9a, log with base a 9a, and this will be equal to log with base a 9 plus log of a, and now we can use this one, these two values, this value and this value, we can use in the given equation log of a9, log of base a9 plus log with base a b, and this will be equal to what? This will be equal, this one will be, we can write it as log of x, log of a, not x, log of a 9 plus log of a, a, this one over, this will be 1 by 2, this one over here, so this will be 1 by 2 log of a of b, and this we can basically we know that this portion is equal to 1 log of a with base. If base is same and log of same thing is 1, so we can write this one as log a 9 plus this with this 1 by 2 we can write as numerator up, so it will be 2 log of a 9 plus 2, and this will be, we can rewrite it as 2 plus 1 will be 3, so this will be equal to 3 log with base a, and this will be 9, and plus this will be 2, and this will be basically the format which they are asking for, c plus d log a 9. So what we can do, we can exactly provide this plus 2 we can write first, so we can write here 2 plus 3 log of base a and 9. Hopefully you understood. This will be this is the same format which was required. Now we can move to question number 9. A curve is such that second order derivative is given that dy by dx is 1 by 2 at this point in the curve. Find the equation of the curve. So for equation of the curve we need to integrate twice because second order derivative is given, and we'll have to take care of the integral constants, and by using this point we can find the constant values, integral constant values. So the same process we will be following. So integral d2y over dx square, so this will be what, this will be changing to dy over dx. So this will be integral sine of what, sine of 6x minus pi by 2, and the x, this is the integral, so we will get dy over dx, dy over dx, one single derivative, this will be equal to the derivative of sine theta will be minus cos theta, minus cos of 6x minus pi by 2, and derivative of this will be divided by 6, so divided by 6, or we can write over here 1 by 6. Hopefully you are understanding, and don't forget to write integral constant because it's indefinite integral. So what we will do, we will now replace dy by dx value is given, so we'll write 1 by 2, and this will be equal to minus 1 over 6 cos of x value is pi by 4, so this will be 6 pi by 4 like this one, and minus pi by 2 plus c value, and yes, we have to simplify this. C value will be equal to 1 by 2, and we can rewrite as plus 1 over 6 cos of we can cancel this will be 2 and this will be 3, so 3 pi by 2, 3 pi by 2 minus pi by 2, and we can use calculator for that one, and this will be 1 over 2 0.5 plus 1 over 6, and this will be cos of what, cos of pi over pi by 2, 3 pi by 3 pi over 2 and minus pi by 2, so pi over 2 and bracket close, and this will be equal to 1 over 3. So this 1 over 3 will be value of c which we will be using and writing now dy by dx, which is this step. So we can write over here dy over dx will be equal to minus 1 over 6 cos of 6x minus pi by 2 and plus 1 over 3, and now we can write 3 properly like this. Okay, now we have to integrate it once more and we will get y after getting integral of this, and integral of cos x is sin x, so it will be 1 over 6 sine of 6x minus pi by 2 and divided by derivative of this, so again it will be 6 over here, and this will be integral of 1 by 3 will be 1 by 3x, and plus we can take another integral constant which we can take as a, and now we can find the value of a by replacing the values, and y value is given which is over here 13 pi by 12, so we can write 13 pi over 12 is equal to 1 over 36, 6 are 36, and sine of 6, and x value is what? X value is pi by 4. This value is x, so pi by 4 we can write here pi by 4 minus pi by 2 plus 1 by 3 into pi by 4 plus a, and now we can find a value. A value will be equal to 13 by 12 pi minus, we are shifting everything to the side, so 1 minus 1 over 36 sine of we can cancel, this will be 2 and this will be 3, so 3 pi by 2 minus pi by 2 and plus this will be pi by 12 pi over 12, and a is on the other side, so we can use calculator for that one, so it will be 13 over 12 and 13 pi, basically pi we can add here pi, and minus will be minus over here, and 1 over 36, and this will be sine of fraction, this will be 3 and pi over 2, and this will be minus pi over 2, and bracket will be closed, and we will write plus pi over 12, and this will be equal to 7 by 6 pi. Basically we have done mistake. Mistake is what? Mistake is over here. We have written this one as plus pi by, because we are shifting this to other side, so this should be minus, and if we change minus, and in calculation also if we change this sign as minus, so lengthier calculation always there are chances of mistakes, so this will be pi. Now this is a value will be equal to pi, and we can add a value, replace a value over here, and our y value will be minus 1 over 36 sine of what? Sine of 6x minus pi by 2 and plus x by 3 or 1 by 3x and plus pi, and this will be basically the final answer for this question, which is 7-mark question. Now question number 10 is also interesting question, challenging one. Relative to an origin, the positive vectors of, sorry, position vectors of point A, B, C, D are, these are the position vectors they have provided. Find the unit vector in the direction of AB, and we know that AB, basically unit vector will be equal to AB vector over AB magnitude. This result you will have to keep in mind, we'll be using this result, and AB is equal to what? AB will be equal to B minus A, so 10 minus 6 and 3 minus minus 5, and this will be equal to 10 minus 6 is 4, so 4 and 8, so 4 and 8 will be AB value. Now we can find AB mod also, so AB mod will be what? AB mod will be equal to x square plus y square under root, so 4 square plus 8 square under root, which is equal to what? which is equal to square root of 4 square plus 8 squared, and this will be equal to 405. So we can write as 4 under root 5 or decimal, but I'm writing 405. Otherwise we can add also. 4 square will be 16, and plus this will be 8 8s are will be 64, and this will be 80 under root. We can write 80 under root, or we can write 4 under root 5 or decimal value, whatever you like. I'm writing under root 80. So now we can use this result. So a unit vector will be equal to AB vector, which is 4 and 8, and will be divided by AB magnitude, so 1 over 80 under root, and this will be basically the final result. This is 3 marks question. And B part, they're saying the point A is a midpoint of BC, find the value of X and Y. So BC, A is the point, A is the midpoint of BC. So B and C, we can write BC as so midpoint of BC. A coordinates are 6 and minus 5. So we can form the equation 6 and minus 5 will be equal to, midpoint will be dividing it by BC. We can write BC will be 10 plus 10 plus X and 3 plus Y. 3 plus y. So this will be and now we can solve it. Like 2 we can shift to the other side, so it will be 12 and minus 10, and this will be equal to 10 plus x and 3 plus y, and we can form the equation and solve. So this will be 10 plus x is equal to 12, and this implies x is equal to 12 minus 10, which is equal to 2. So x value will be 2. So we can write x is equal to 2, and for the y value we can write 3 plus y is equal to minus 10. So y will be equal to minus 10 minus 3, which is equal to minus 13. So y is equal to minus 13. So these will be the two values x and y we found. This was a 2-mark question. C part says the point E lies on OD such that E ratio OD is 1 ratio 1 plus lambda. Find the value of lambda such that BE is parallel to the x-axis. This is 3 marks, a little tricky question. So first of all, what we will do, we will write OB. OB will be, we have OB basically given. OB is over here. OB is 10 3. So OB is equal to 10 3, and OE is what? OE will be parallel to this. So parallel to this will be having parallel to this will be having y coordinates same. These two are parallel. These two are parallel to each other. So it means they're parallel to each other, and they're along x-axis parallel to each other. So along x-axis they're parallel to each other. So it will be their y value will be same, and only x value will be changing. So OB, they are saying OB is equal to this one, OE is this. So now we can write as if we write, for example, over here OE ratio OD is 1 plus lambda. So we can write this multiplying the interior one, like OE ratio OD is equal to 1 ratio 1 plus lambda. This is the equation which we formed. and we can write as OD multiplication 1, OD multiplication 1, and OE multiplication the outer one. So OE will be equal to will be multiplied by 1 plus lambda, 1 plus lambda. Now we can rewrite it as OE will be equal to 1 over 1 plus lambda into 1 plus lambda into OD, and OD value is over here, which is 12 and 7. So we can write here 12 and 7. Now next step, what we will be doing, we can write this one OE. OE is in terms of like 7 ratio 3 will be equal to 12 ratio x. So if we multiply, or we can write in fraction format also, so it will be 12 over 7 will be equal to x over 3, and x, we can find x, so x will be equal to 36 over 7. So this will be our x value. So further we can write like 7, if we multiply, like for example, if we multiply 1 plus x with 7 inside this one, so it will be 7 over 1 plus lambda, which will be y value, and this will be equal to, if we compare with this is 3, so this will be equal to 3. And if we cross multiply, and we will get 1 plus lambda is equal to 7 over 3, and lambda will be equal to 7 over 3 minus 1, and this will be what, 7 over 3 and minus 1, and this will be equal to 4 over 3, 4 over 3, and lambda is equal to 4 over 3 will be final result for this question. Hopefully you understood this. This is a little tricky 3-mark question which we have done. Now this is question number 11. Question 11 says the second 8 and 44th terms of an arithmetic progression form the first 3 terms of the geometric progression. In the arithmetic progression, the first term is 1 and the common difference is positive. Show that the common difference of the arithmetic progression is 5. So we will write the first term, second term. Second term will be what? First term is 1. The first term is 1. So first term is 1, and second term will be 1 plus d, and eighth term will be 1 plus 7d. First term plus and minus 1 into d. So a in a plus n minus 1 into d. This is what we are using. And for 44 it will be 1 plus 44 minus 1, which will be 43. So 43d. Now this is basically the arithmetic progression which we have written. Now we can find the we can use these are basically the terms of geometric sequence. So now we can find the r value. R value will be second term divided by the first term, 1 plus 7d over 1 plus d. We can write r value for the second and the third term, which r value will be equal to 1 plus 43d over 1 plus 7d, and both are equal to r, so we can equate them. And if we equate them, we will get the equation 1 plus 7d over 1 plus d will be equal to 1 plus 43d over 1 plus 7d. Now we can cross multiply, and this will be multiplied, and we will get 1 plus 7d into 1 plus 7d or square, and this will be equal to 1 plus d multiply by 1 plus 43d. Now we can open the brackets and open the square as well. So a square 1 plus b square will be 49 d squared, and plus 2ab will be 14d is equal to 1 into 1 will be 1, and 1 into 43d plus 43d, and d into 1 will be d, so plus d and plus 43d squared. Now we can shift everything. So what I will do, I will uh, just make this a little concise, and we can reduce the size, and we can move over here. Hopefully this is readable. Now what we can do, now we will simplify. We can shift everything to the other side, so we will get 1 plus 49d square plus 14d minus 1 minus 43d, and this will be minus d, so we can write 44d, and minus 43d squared is equal to 0. Now this plus 1 minus 1 will be gone, and d square, this one and this one will be simplified, and we will get 6d squared, and 44 minus 14 will be 30, so minus 30d, and this is equal to 0. Hopefully you are understanding each and everything. Now we can take 6d common and factorize, so it will be d minus 5. So this will be d minus 5 is equal to 0, and this implies what? D is equal to 0 and d is equal to 5. And if we go through the question, it is saying that um, common difference is positive, so we will reject this 0 and we'll take only 5. This will be our final answer. Hopefully you understood this. This was 5-mark part. Now for the second part, it says find the sum of the first 20 terms of the arithmetic progression. So we can use the formula S, and sum formula will be equal to n by 2 in brackets 2a plus n minus 1 into d, and we can replace the values. So 20, first 20 terms, so 20 by 2, and this will be 2a. A value is 1 plus n is 20, so 20 minus 1 into d value is 5, which we just found in the previous part, and this will be 10, and this will be 2 plus 19 into 5, so 19 multiplied by 5 will be 95, and bracket close, and 97 into 10 will be 970, so 970 will be the final answer, and this was 2-mark question which we are done with. Now this is B part. B part says, B1 says find the fifth term of the geometric progression. So A, we know A is what? A is equal to 1 plus D. This is the first term. And D is 5. So 1 plus 5. So this is 6. So A value is 6. And we know R value, we can find R will be 1 plus 7D over 1 plus D. We use this formula earlier also in previous parts. So 1 plus 7 into 5 over 1 plus 5. So 35 plus 1 will be 36 over 6, and this will be equal to 6. So R value also we got, and we have the formula, and the formula is what? Tn will be equal to AR raised to the power n minus 1. So using this formula, we will get T5. T5 will be equal to A. A is 6 and R value is also 6. So into 6 raised to n minus 1, it means 5 minus 1, and this will be calculated. So 6 multiplied by 6 raised to the 5 minus 1 will be 4. So this will be equal to 7776. So 7776, this will be final answer for 2 marks, which we are done with. Now we can go through second part, explain whether or not the sum to infinity of this geometric progression exists. So we know r value is equal to 6 and greater than 1, r value is greater than 1. So hence we can say, hence S infinity does not exist. There's only one mark part, just statement will be sufficient for this. Question number 12. Diagram shows part of the curve y is equal to this and the line y is equal to k minus 3. So this is y is equal to k minus 3 and this is the curve which they have shown where k is greater than 3. The line their line to the maximum point of the curve parallel to the x-axis meets the x-axis at A. The curve meets x-axis at B and the line y is equal to x minus k minus 3 meets the curve at point this one. So this is the point. Find the area of the shaded region. This is a 9-mark question and this question is, I don't think so, having more parts. It's only independent one question which is 9-mark question. So what will be our strategy to solve this question? Shaded area is this one, as you can see. Now we can do one thing. We require basically these points, like exact this point is required and this point is required and this point also we will indicate and will be required. And what will be strategy? We will just draw a line. For example, if we draw a line over here, so this will be shaded part which we like this area we will be looking for. This is rectangular area. So once we will get these points, like we will find this point as well. So when we will get this point and this point, we will be able to find the uh, rectangle. We will find a part also, a point also, so that we can exactly find this rectangle which I have shaded, and then we will be finding the area under the curve from this point up to this point, and that will be the shaded area which we can shade in a different color, like for example over here. So this area we can find, and then after that at the end we will be just adding these two areas and we will get the answer. Now how we will find all these points? We know that this and this one, so these two line and equation are intersecting at 2 points, so we can find the points by equating uh, equating them, and like we can put this value, this point we can put and equate them. So k minus 3, our equation will be what? K minus 3 is equal to 9 minus k. We have replaced x value basically of this point. We are putting this point. So 9 minus k into k minus 3. In this curve we have replaced x is equal to k and equate it to the line. Now we can open, this will be k minus 3, open the bracket, so 9 into k will be 9k and minus this will be 27 and then minus k squared and plus 3k, and now we can basically shift this all to the other side and we can write k squared and 9k plus 3k will be 12, so minus 12k and plus 27 and plus k and minus 3 is equal to 0. And adding like terms, we'll get k squared, and 27 is without k, so minus 12, and plus k will be minus 11k, and 27 minus 3 will be 24, plus 24 is equal to 0. Now we can factorize this to find the solution. So for factorization, we'll be checking for mode 5 3, and coefficient of k is square is 1, so coefficient of k minus 11, and the constant value 24 will be giving us 8 and 3, so k minus 8 and k minus 3 is equal to 0, so k is equal to 8 and k is equal to 3. This solution k is equal to 3 we will reject, um, we will be rejecting, because in the question they have mentioned that k is greater than 3. So this is against the given statement, so we'll reject this one and we will choose this k is equal to 8. Now this value we will be utilizing, and if now we got basically 8 point is this one. Now we can write the coordinates. This will be 8, and if we replace in y, we will get basically, if we replace in y is equal to 9 minus x, 9 minus so 9 x value is 8, so 9 minus 8 and 8 minus 3, so this will be equal to 1 into 5, so it will be 5. So we got y coordinate as 5. So at x is equal to x is equal to 8. At x is equal to 8, y will be equal to 5, so our coordinates will be 8 and 5. So 8, it means that this point will be having coordinates 8 and 0. And similarly, we can find y-intercept also. And how we will find y-intercept? We will be replacing y is equal to 0. So if this equation, the main equation, which is this equation, if we replace 9 minus x and x minus 3 is equal to 0, we will get x is equal to 9 and x is equal to 3. So x is equal to 9 and x is equal to 3. These will be the two values. So this will be naturally 3, which is closer to origin, and this B point will be 9. So this will be having coordinates 9 and 0, and this will be having coordinates 3 and 0. So we got all these points which we were looking for. Only a point is remaining. So how we will find a? We know this is quadratic graph and it is symmetric also, so line of symmetry, and x value, this is basically line of symmetry, so we can find x value. For that one we can use minus b over 2a formula. This will be equal to x value for the line of symmetry, so we can take it as quadratic equation. We have to form the quadratic equation, and let us form over here. So we can open this one. Y is equal to, we are multiplying this, so 9x and minus 27, and then minus x squared and plus 3x. So this will be equal to, y will be equal to minus x squared, and 9 plus 3 will be 12, so plus 12x and minus 27. This will be the quadratic equation. So we can check for minus b over 2a. Minus b will be minus 12, over 2a will be minus 1, so this will be equal to minus 12 over minus 2, which is equal to 6. So x value will be equal to 6. We have done this, and x value 6 means what? A coordinates of a will be 6 and 0. We got all the coordinates. Now we can find the rectangle easily. What will be the rectangle detail? If I write inside this one, this will be uh, from 6 to 8, so 2 units. So this will be 2 units over here. This is up to 8, so 8 and 0, so this is 2 units. And this will be how much? This side will be from 0 up to 5, so this side is 5. So we can multiply these two. 2 multiplied by 5 will be equal to 10. So 10 will be area of this rectangle. Now remaining part is just we have to integrate this curve for this side, and we will take integral from 8 to 9. 8 is this value, 9 is this value, so we can write on the integral. And if I solve over here, so we can write integral of the same equation. Basically we found this equation, this quadratic equation we can use for integration, and I'm writing over here y is equal to minus x squared plus 12x minus 27. This equation we can integrate, and integral of we are using like integral y dx, this one from 8 to 9, and y value is this one, so we will be integrating from 8 to 9, and minus x squared plus 12x minus 27. Hopefully you are understanding each and everything, and dx. Now if we integrate this, what we will be getting, this is from 8 to 9. So integral of minus x squared will be what? I will write first for this positive, so it will be 12 by 2x squared, and then minus 27x, and this will be what? Minus x cubed over 3, and 8 to 9. Hopefully you are comfortable with simple integration which we have done over here, and this will not be requiring any explanation. Now we can replace the upper limit first, and then we'll be replacing the lower limit. And we can, when we replace the upper limit, we will get what? We can basically cancel this 2, and this will get 6 over here, so it will be 6x squared. So it will be 6 and 9 squared minus 27 into 9, and minus this will be 9 cubed over 3. This will be upper limit, and minus this will be lower limit, and lower limit will be 8. So 6 into 8 squared minus 27 into 8, and minus 8 cubed over 3, and this is done. Now we can basically, just calculation part is remaining, so mode 1, so it will be 6 multiplied by 9 squared, and this will be equal to 486 minus 27. I'm just solving step by step so that there should not be any mistakes. So minus this will be 9 cubed over 3, and this is equal to 243. This one minus, next is what? Next is 6 multiplied by 8 squared, and this will be 384, and minus 27 into 8, 27 into 8 will be 216. You can calculate in one go also, but that will be increasing the chance of mistakes, so you can take risk. and this will be 512 over 3. And now we can calculate this separately. 486 minus 243 minus 243 is equal to 0. So this will be resulting to 0 and minus. We have done a small mistake, I think, so we can recalculate this. 8 raised to the power 3, 8 raised to the power 3 over, basically fraction first, so 8 raised to the power 3 over 3 will be equal to 512. 512 over 3, and now we can calculate this in one go. 384 minus 216 minus 512 over 3 over 3, and this will be resulting to minus 8 over 3. So minus 8 over 3, and final will be minus minus plus, so it will be 8 over 3. Now this is the area which we have calculated for this portion, which is 8 over 3, and this one is 10, so we can add this whole area. So we can write here area of rectangle, so we can write area of rectangle will be equal to 2 into 5, which working I have shown in the diagram, but I'm just rewriting. So this will be 10, and shaded area will be what? Shaded area will be equal to this 10 plus this 8 by 3, and this will be equal to 10 plus 8 over 3, and this will be resulting to 38 over 3. 38 over 3. This you can provide as answer, or we can take the decimal value, which is 12.667. So this can be answer, or this can be answer. This was a little lengthier, like complicated question, which we have done easily. It was question number 12 and 9 marks question. So we are done with the paper. Hopefully you understood each and everything. Don't forget to subscribe the channel and press bell icon also, and like the video and share it. Recommend this channel to your friends and classmates. Also introduce this channel to your respected teachers. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. Bye.